So before NAMS, that was the issue was, and it wasn't even feast or famine. It was like feast and then less. No, it was like famine and then a little bit less famine and then more famine and then maybe a little bit less famine. It wasn't, there was never a feast in there ever. We're to the point where we're having conversations on whether maybe I really should just break down and go get a job. You know, in the whole reason I came to you all was because I wanted so much to get my website to make some money and steady money and more than just $30 one month. And, you know, so that was my biggest challenge. And I could not, I mean, I'd spent a couple of years, I could not budge. I just was stuck, you know, and no matter how many articles I read, no matter how many little programs I tried, and, you know, I tried those couple of internships, I just wasn't moving. And I was stuck for 2 years. I was stuck, you know, maybe a little bit more, 2.5 years. And I was incredibly frustrated and just could not find a solution. And what I didn't understand until you and Jen was that this is not about my computer skills. I mean, that's a part, right? But there's a much bigger picture there that I just wasn't seeing because my eyes hadn't been open to that. It's like I'm, you know, changing out my eyeglasses, you know, oh, right, okay, you know, now with these rosy ones, I can see it. And it's not just stumbling over a couple of little, you know, brick steps out in the yard. It's, you know, very, very specific, fine-tuned. I joined because I was just absolutely at my wit's end. And I'd been hunting around for months for some kind of a coaching program. In your insiders calls, right away I noticed that you would let us ask you questions that pertain to us. And that was huge because the other problem I was running into was most of these other programs that were in my price range didn't have any semblance of personalization. And I knew I was going to need that. He's been around for a while. He's had the program for a while. And then, of course, you know, Jen is so personable, you know, especially on the insiders calls. And then also the group. Of course, the group's incredible. You know, they as soon as I joined and introduced myself, you know, I had people like Kat come in and Art come in and introduce themselves and say anything we can do to help. And they mean it. That's the wonderful part. Of course, I have added 800 people to my mailing list. So yes, that's enormous because I had been stuck on 5 for 2 years. I couldn't get past my 5. And then I also have my products and it's not just, you know, oh, hey, here's my little ebook. It's the whole entire funnel that's established and in place behind the ebook. That's enormous. You know, everything from the landing page to the thank you page to the email series. I mean, this whole entire little package that, you know, in reality, if it turned into this huge moneymaker, I could pick that up and I could actually sell that. Being part of the insiders has gotten me a ton of web work, which was also something that was very sporadic in the past. It transformed our Christmas this year, you know, because our Christmases have been very thin. So the over 840 on my mailing list, that was in 6-month period. Within a 10-month period, I was able to get those 4 products up and out into the market and then advertising them in various and assorted ways, Pinterest, Facebook ads, etc. It's given me hope back again. You know, I was really at a point where, you know, I was really, really questioning. I wake up in the morning and I'm excited and I think, you know, cool, I have a direction to go in and this can work. And I have a support system in NAMS and, you know, I have all of the courses that you guys offer. So if I feel like I'm stuck someplace, it's a guarantee there's a course on it someplace out there that I can at very least peruse and figure it out, you know.